What's it up everyone, I'm Nurse Johnson, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be giving you 5 reasons why Nigerian trained nurses are migrating out of the country into the UK. So without further ado, let's get started. The World Health Organization, Nigeria was one of the 57 countries facing a nursing shortage. However, over the past few years, we've noticed that the number of Nigerian trained nurses migrating out of the country have increased year over year. In fact, in the UK alone, we have about 7,000 Nigerian trained nurses and about 11,000 of them globally. This has further deepened the nursing shortage crisis in the country. Though this might be very good and beneficial for those nurses migrating, it is very harmful for the country itself. So why are these things actually happening? Well, I think the number one reason for this is, why are these things actually happening? Well, I think the number one reason for this is remuneration of nurses. Guys, let's face it, nurses are actually suffering in this country and they are really underpaid, especially in the private and public sector. For example, in the private hospitals, you see a nurse earning about 15,000, which ranges up to 50,000, but the least I've seen is about 15,000, and that's really low. Well, the surprising fact is that even in the public hospitals or in the government hospitals, nurses earn as much as 50,000 or 45,000 naira. Guys, compared to the work nurses do, that amount is very low. Come on, you see in these days that one nurse will be taking care of about 20 patients. 20 patients is very much, and before you know, by the end of the day, the nurse must have been very tired and very exhausted, and because of that, the nurse will not be able to take care of the patients very well and become very aggressive. I believe you've seen one of those aggressive nurses in the hospital. Please don't blame them. It's because of the workload and because, of course, your government isn't paying them. Poor working conditions. In today's public hospitals, it's not difficult for you to see a ward that has no light source. For example, in the night, the nurse has to use his torchlight or his phone as a source of light to take care of the patient or to even inject the patient. And this is a very unsafe period or a very unsafe environment for the nurse and for the patient. And I believe this is one of the major reasons why nurses are beginning to migrate, because life over there in the UK or abroad is very sweet, is very good, and you see their wards are very kept. But in this country, it's a whole different story. It's also not very difficult for you to see a nurse using her own money or using his own money buying equipment in the hospital. You also, for example, even during the COVID-19 period, there were many hospitals that were not abiding by the guidelines. They were not providing nurses with the face masks, or even they were not even providing the nurses with routine testing, and that's very risky, placing the nurse in a very risky position. The next one is poor financing. Well, welcome to Nigeria, where the healthcare sector is grossly undervalued and grossly underfinanced. Do you know that it's even possible for nurses or other healthcare workers not to receive their salary? In most hospitals today, you see that there's poor infrastructure. The buildings there have almost stayed for about 50 or even 100 years, and the new buildings that have been built already are already burnt down. So this is one of the major reasons. In addition to that, you also see that there are no equipment in the hospital and so on. Number 4 is the ease of migration requirements. Well guys, it's very easy to move out the country right now, especially to the UK. What you basically need is your own international passport. You have to write your English test, which could be IELTS, which is the most common one, or the OET. You apply with the NMC UK, you submit your documents. Once they get verified, you can now proceed to write their own examination or their own CBT examination. After that, you now apply to jobs and you get sponsorship, and that's it. You are now working in the UK. Can you see how very easy it is? But it's not as easy as I said it anyway. Now, I'm not trying to discourage anyone from moving out of the country to find greener pastures. In fact, personally, I would love to move out, and I will surely do once I get on my feet. But the purpose of this video is just to create awareness among nurses, aspiring nurses, and student nurses to the problems facing us in this country. Now, if you notice at the beginning of the video, I said I'll be giving you 5 reasons. However, I only give you 4. Well, the 5th reason is for you to comment below and tell me why you think nurses are already migrating out of the country. So guys, if you like this video and if this video has been helpful to you in one way or the other, don't forget to comment in the comment section below, like the video, and also share it to your friends. I'll be waiting for your comments, guys. Okay, later, and peace.